I can totally feel Rex's pain. Do you remember that one, bitch? Just shut your fucking face.
When his story was
You're gonna make it worse for yourself. Shut up.
When his story was believable, yes. But then once things started getting proven, that's where I was like, this is a sick motherfucker.
Yeah, you should have just shut up when Nicola said, well, Aaron, when Rex's story was believable, you just heard that, right? When his story, Chisel, you heard that, right? When Rex's story, not the facts of the case, because the fact is, he wasn't in some club and some chick was rubbing up on him. Nope. He was at a hot dog stand. Why didn't Aaron say something like that? Oh, because he didn't know the facts. He was listening to Rex. He just said it himself, Shizzle, right there. This was in 2021. Well, I'm sure he forgot. I don't know how he forgot. He recorded the whole stream. I guess he forgot that he said that. Yes, Aaron was fooled by Rex. He just said it right there. Oh, I was going in on the sicko. No. You sounded real panicky again. And you said, well, when Rex's story was believable, what about today, Aaron? Did you believe his story? You know that you did. I've been saying this forever. That's all it was. The reason he's saying what he's saying now is because he took that from me. I was asking him, and I would ask him, well, just say that you were LARPing. You were LARPing, right? This is what happened. And he would just take things that I would give him suggestions on why he's screwing up so bad. The funny thing, he didn't take it till like 6 months later. Oh, this is why this happened. Now he's going in on the sicko. In 2021, he was believing his sob story. Shit. He panics a lot. Yeah, he does. And I don't know why he would say what he just said and then tell you guys now that, oh, yeah, I went in on the sicko. And that's what he wouldn't say. He wouldn't say that in 2021. So let me rewind this and we can go back and then we'll go forward because he does do a little bit more explaining.
So. Trying to prove. You're not proving it. All you are is talking. And Philemon saying he's going to make this movie, this video for the last 2 years exposing Cox.
This is the reason why.
In your dumbed down world, people will buy that bullshit. Yes. People will buy that bullshit in your dumbed down world. I know. And you bank on it.
You're like,
you bank on it.
Fucking rabbit. You're like, be put up. Your fucking yappy face chihuahua. Is like, that's probably like what got locked up in your car. I can totally feel Rex's pain. Do you remember that one, bitch? Just shut your fucking face.
When his story was believable,
you're gonna make it worse for yourself. Shut up.
When his story was believable, yes. But then once things started getting proven, that's where I was like, this is a sick motherfucker. And that's the way it was. You want to believe people's sob story, like Kevin's sob story. Okay, you want to believe it. Well, the sheep want to believe it. But once things start coming out and getting proven, that's where the defining line is between sheep and woke.
Bro, I don't think you were woke enough. Well, you made up this new story about how you went in on the sicko. It sounded like you believed a sob story. Isn't that what I was saying, Shizzle? To you listening to Aaron, it's like listening to Mouse. And you were sympathizing with that pedo. Oh, it was probably, no, it was not probably. It was a setup, people. That's Rex's story. The reality, he met this chick at a hot dog stand and did some naughty things with this little girl. That's the truth. The heroin junkie stuff probably came from him too. And where do you get this idea of cop corruption? It sounds more like you're sympathizing a little more. I remember we just had this stream. You had a stream and I was on there not too long ago. I said something like, well, what if Rex did that victim in? Is that a possibility? What if he did? Showman sounds baited. What? Aaron, bro, remember, you went in on the sicko. Were you believing his sob story? So you were fooled, is what I was saying all along. He was fooled. He said it on, when was this stream? November 18th, 2021. We weren't even in 2022 yet. And he's saying these things. That stuff happened almost a year almost 2 years at this point ago. But remember, he figured everything out in 2019, early 2019. I said, no, I think you got your timeline wrong. No, because I was there, so you knew about the charges for a year. I mean, this story, bro, is just like, it stinks so bad. He doesn't know where he is. I would agree. State actor much. He's not even following his own script. He's got a new script for the Rex thing. Oh my goodness. Well, I heard you weren't going to show up, man. That's unfortunate. I wanted to talk about these things. If Shizzle wants to come up and talk about these things, I'm not just blurting out words. This comes from your boyfriend's mouth, dude. Why would I get up here and say BS, man? I couldn't just tell it to you. You need to hear it for yourself. And it's just so amazing. I'm working on something else and I run into this. And I was like, I should throw this in the video.
But that's not the rule of law we live under. Anybody hurts a kid, they should be put down.
Right, I'm just not swaying either way because I don't know anything or about any of it, so I'm just gonna stay out of that. And plus, being, I'm sorry, just a mother, I have motherly instincts.
Oh, I agree with you guys. I said earlier in the stream, I think if you get even caught with the 16-year-old, you should either be castrated or put down.
I've never heard him say that about the mouse guy, though. Has he ever said that? When that's exactly what he did, but it was a setup, people. Hold on.
Your Honor, my belief is that Mouse did not rape a 16-year-old girl. There were people around that would have heard a girl yell, rape. Rape was never yelled. This girl was 16 years old, probably a heroin junkie, and it was ID to get into a club where Mouse was working. This is how these people cannot dig deep enough, and yet look where they're at with that comment right there. You guys are doing is allowing the survivors that want to come forward.
Actually, I just thought about it. This is not even a video. But yeah, Shizzle, it was statutory. Yeah, he's like, yeah, he's right. Oh my God, I can't do it with these fruitcakes, man. I really can't. I'll find it another day. I know it's in a video somewhere.
And let's bring that up. What do you think there, Urban? 20 years ago, this guy signs an affidavit about having sex with a 16-year-old girl. Okay, that's why this stuff is brought up. But the thing is, the affidavits didn't line up exactly. So there's a problem there, and the girl might have been a heroin junkie doing favors for cops, and that's what we've been up against in our corrupt system.
That is what I'm talking about right there. That is Mouse's story right there. That has nothing to do with what Aaron knows. He was force-fed this information because he felt sorry for him. He felt sorry for him, Shizzle. He said a sob story. Let's continue.
Is if you've got any talent, any art, you've got a voice, you use a microphone, you might get set up. Period.
Might get set up.
And if you don't go along with the program, that's it. Now, Mr. Beware Mouse, Mr. Beware Mouse has an appeal for his charges.
Again, you cannot appeal a guilty plea, especially after 20 years. That's another one of Mouse's tales that he told you. And you just fell for it. Pedo sympathizer 101.
20 years ago, you guys, and he doesn't like pedophiles. Just because he had sex with a minor, and the way that all unfolded is she got a fake ID to get into a bar where she was loving up on him, following him around. That's a setup, people.
Yeah, that's a setup. Follow him around in the club, rubbing up on him. Shizzle, it's a setup. Now, take this stream and have a stream and answer this stuff, bro. Come on, answer this stuff. You've heard it all. Now, does he not sound like he's defending this guy? Shizzle is just so brain dead. He was sympathizing with his story. That was his story right there. This is what Aaron was crying about. He didn't care about the age of that victim. He didn't care nothing about none of that. Heroin junkie, so what? Doing favors for cops, even more of a piece of shit. This is how his mind was running. So, like I said before, man, if you, it's really sad to look at that. Then he wonders why I say that he's a pedo sympathizer. because he listened to Rex's story about this thing. That's not the story. It's not what's in the documents. Obviously, you didn't read it. You said you've seen the son's testimony. You know you haven't seen it. You just lie, Shizzle. That's what you do. You're a liar, along with this guy, a liar. Why would you change your tune-up? Oh, we were just larping them. You wouldn't have let anything out of the bag. And you got to keep in mind, nothing has happened with this dude. It's like you caught him with another minor. It's like you exposed anything else. I did give you props on this little case where you're trying to appeal his stuff or whatever he was doing, trying to get off the registry or something. So that was good, but why don't you just admit it today? You should admit it today. You were fooled by the mouse guy with his sob story. Why wouldn't that be your story anyway? People get fooled on her. And I was fooled by you, especially when you said, I haven't been in the Rotus channel in months. You went out of your way to say this. I didn't ask you. No one asked you. And then I said to myself, sounds like you're lying. Went to his channel. Bam, there you are. In a different channel name. Oh, that's not suspicious. Why a different channel name? Who knows? Oh, I was in there trolling people, trolling the mouse guy. No, you said you were trolling the mouse guy, but you were doing what I just said. You were trolling people, trolling the mouse guy, defending him even further. This was about 6 months after the fact. Wait, maybe, let's say, maybe about 4 months. I don't remember, but it was after the fact. Because it was 20 years ago. Why does it matter? Right. Yeah, I did. What's going on, Jim? I did see you in there and heard you for a little bit. The only real appeal Rex had was failing to register. Oh, is that what he did? Is that the truth? Because we all know he did that. Yes, he did. Hopefully, Shizzle would just get off these nuts and start asking this guy some questions. So, did you go in on him, or did he fool you with his story? Because I've been telling this story, and for the story not to be true, kind of don't want to defend that stuff. Because do you understand why I say, a heroin junkie doing favors for cops? That sounds like someone who wants to get out of something, telling some poor sap this sob story. And you guys ate it. Well, Shizzle continues to eat it up. You went on Warbot's channel and battled that cold dude too, and just was getting destroyed based on your ignorance, Shizzle, because that's not part of the case. So when I said you are tripping about a victim name or the victim scenarios or whatever, the stories are switched around, you don't even have the story correct at all. You know nothing about it to even talk about it. Why are you even opening your mouth to say things about it? Looking real ignorant, but you're used to that. So it doesn't tickle you anymore. Why even care even